Main screen turn on. It's you.
How are you, gentlemen? All your base are belong to us. You are on the way to destruction.
What you say?
You have no chance to survive, mate. Your time. Ha ha ha.
Hello everybody, Final Boss here, where all your base are belong to us. Today I'm going to talk about Cardano and why I love this crypto. Before I talk about Cardano, I want to identify a major villain. Let's look back at the 2008 housing crisis. What caused the 2008 housing crisis? Media says it's the greedy banker that caused the bad loans to be given to these innocent little poor people. And when times got rough, the poor people couldn't make the payments and mass foreclosures flooded the market, right? Am I right?
Wrong.
Wrong. What really happened? Let's give each political party the benefit of the doubt. In the 90s, the Democrats wanted to give the poor people and minority demographics a chance to afford a home. So President Bill Clinton had the Department of Housing and Urban Development nearly double Fannie's and Freddie's quotas for underwriting affordable loans. Then, when George W. Bush took over, the right saw it as a way to build an ownership society and give low-income earners a stake in the American dream. So therefore, President Bush continued the program with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac until the inevitable mortgage crisis of 2008. Both Fannie and Freddie are collectively known as government-sponsored enterprises. Fannie and Freddie do not themselves lend to home buyers, but would buy home loans from the bank or mortgage lender, keeping them on their books or packaging them up into securities and then selling them to investors. So when these banks were quote-unquote encouraged to give these loans to unqualified buyers, and when these buyers stopped making payments during the financial downturn, the foreclosures started pouring in. And who capitalized on this tragedy? The banks, of course. The banks took possession of the houses for pennies on the dollar. And who lost everything? The poor and the minorities, the very people the government wanted to help. At best, the government is inefficient and stupid. At worst, the government is at least partially extremely corrupt. Luckily for those of us living in the States, our government is a bit less centralized. We have the federal government, the state government, the county, and the city governing authorities. And on the federal level, we are separated by the judicial, legislative, and executive branches. And on the national level, we are divided by two main parties, the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. Due to these checks and balances, one can argue that America is an extremely inefficient country. However, our inefficiency and our infighting are more often than not a blessing in disguise. Our inefficiency prevents our government from doing too much harm to civilians that live in this great country. Unfortunately, within the last couple of decades, one side has consolidated power with almost all of the major institutions. One political entity has a stranglehold on the banking industry, education, media, entertainment, and big tech, and they are getting more powerful by the minute. Dictatorship, communism, and socialism are highly centralized political systems, with a few individuals being in the position of power to make the decisions for the masses. And inevitably, centralized governance leads to inefficiency, corruption, abuse, and oftentimes mass genocide. At the World Economic Forum, we heard disturbing slogans such as, "You'll own nothing and be happy about it." Sounds similar to something I heard elsewhere. Where did I hear this?
All your base are belong to us.
Sometimes, truth is stranger than fiction. As the world turns toward a more and more centralized system where a few global elites control the trajectory of our future, We are in need of a hero. Who can save us? Barring the second coming of Christ, that hero is blockchain technology. In a coincidence of timing, the Bitcoin white paper was uploaded a month after the financial crash of 2008. Even though it is unreasonable for us to think that Nakamoto created Bitcoin as a response to the 2008 crash, he had the foresight to know the abusive nature of central banks and the governing overlords that would lead to such catastrophe. Satoshi Nakamoto wrote, "The root problem with conventional currency is all the trust that's required to make it work. The central bank must be trusted not to debase the currency, but the history of fiat currencies is full of breaches of that trust." And thus birthed Bitcoin, the blockchain technology, and hence cryptocurrencies, aka crypto. Of all the myriads of cryptocurrencies, one stands tall as the most decentralized, and that is ADA, also known as Cardano. So why do I love Cardano? Here are the top 5 reasons why I love Cardano. Number 5, it is the most decentralized crypto. Here's a definition of decentralization. The dispersion of distribution of functions and powers, a decentralization of powers. If Cardano is the most decentralized crypto, imagine what type of decentralized apps people can build on top of it. And imagine what decentralized finance would look like built on Cardano blockchain. This will disrupt the corrupt banking industry. And it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Exciting times, isn't it? The fourth reason I love ADA is because it provides passive income. If you are not tech savvy, you can earn Cardano directly through your wallet, such as Exodus wallet or Atomic wallet. Both of these wallets have a staking function that gives 4.9% APY, approximately a 5% APY annual percentage yield. This does not seem like much, but with the average yearly increase in Cardano's value, plus the effect of compounding interest, this will return much more than the 5% advertised. The third reason why I love ADA is because it strives to solve the financial problems in developing nations. Founder Charles Hoskinson's desire is to disrupt the financial banking industry. And with the first world nations' rejection of his offer to bring transparency and fairness to their banking industries, Hoskinson has little choice but to turn to developing nations and broker contracts with them. Thus far, Hoskinson brokered deals with Ethiopia and Tanzania. More to come. The number 2 reason why I love Cardano is because it takes its time to develop its technology, but it does it right the first time around. I'm a self-proclaimed Samsung fanboy, and I love the company because it is truly innovative. Galaxy devices usually have superior technology than its rivals, and it's usually the first to launch the newest technology and implement them into their devices. And although I do not like Apple, the highly centralized tyrannical corporation, I can still appreciate its business model. Apple is the most popular tech brand in America and probably the world because it focuses more on the user experience and takes its time to implement already existing technology to work more seamlessly within its ecosystem. It's very well thought out and intentional. While Samsung gives the consumer the best technology as soon as it is available, Apple waits for their competitors' technology to be launched and see how it is received by the consumers, and then and only then develops ways on how the technology can be implemented best into their user experience. Which is better? Overall, Apple seems to have the upper hand. One can liken Samsung to Ethereum's fast approach, while Apple is more similar to Cardano's slow and intentional approach. Ethereum launched its mainnet rapidly. Mass adoption has taken place for Ethereum since its inception. The vast majority of DeFi, NFTs, dApps, and etc. are built on Ethereum's blockchain platform today. However, the difficulty lies here. While Ethereum is active and used by myriads of users, corporations, and developers, Ethereum's developers are challenged in building upgrades while Ether is running as a fully functioning platform. You could think of Ethereum as a car that is already being driven, and mechanics are trying to fix it while the car is running and being driven. It is much easier to fix a car before turning on the ignition. On the other hand, Cardano has yet to launch their mainnet and has been intentional in its slow and painful development process for the past 4 years. All the while, Cardano developers are researching the pain points of Ethereum and developing Cardano with solutions to these deficiencies in Ethereum. We are still currently in the testnet for Cardano, and mainnet is actually scheduled to launch in about a month, September 13th, 2021, and Cardano will be much more scalable than Ethereum from the get-go. I can only assume the value for ADA coin will only increase following up to the release of the mainnet, which will enable smart contracts. This is reason for extreme excitement. And the number one reason why I love Cardano is because of Charles Hoskinson. Hoskinson is a mathematician and co-founder of Ethereum. Politically, he is a libertarian leanings and a strong distrust for big government. So he is the perfect person to build a decentralized cryptocurrency. He's a brilliant mind and works tirelessly to bring decentralization to the world through blockchain technology, specifically Cardano. As Ethereum's co-founder, he is crypto royalty and is extremely transparent. He does regular YouTube updates on his philosophical and general thoughts and updates on Cardano's development process and current status. I really like his take on governmental failures, inefficiencies, and corruption, and how the transparency and efficiency of crypto would disrupt the disgusting antics of these elite overlords. At the end of the day, crypto is more than just about Lambos and coins, going to the moon, and meme jokes. To me, crypto symbolizes opportunity, disruption of unfair practices by corrupt institutions, and a hope for those who otherwise would be hopeless. And Cardano epitomizes all of these things. I hope this makes sense to you, and I hope this helps in your reasons for investing in crypto. Thanks for listening. Alright, so here's our atomic wallet for today. We're up quite a bit since last time. For some reason, Zilliqa is actually appearing here now, so I'm not going to include that. Cosmos Bank will call it icon. But let's look at some of the staked coins to see how much we made so far. So Zilliqa, we have 28 available for reward now. Cardano, we got 7 ADA. That's pretty cool. Should we just claim it? 7 ADA we made within, I think it was a span of 3 weeks or so. 4 weeks? It's not crazy, but still. Cosmos, we got 0.07. And Band Protocol, we got 0.12. So anyway, I'm just going to do the calculations real quick. So the total value of my atomic wallet currently is $13,902. And the ROI is 39% ROI. What a difference a couple of weeks makes, right? Wait, it's even 1 week. So we had a major pump. If it's going to continue, who knows? There may be a slight correction on the way. There may be a major correction on the way, or this might have been a fake out. So we might go back into the bear market. Who knows? I'm just happy with what we have right now. Anyways, thanks for joining me. Hope you guys have a good week. Take care. God bless. See you soon. Bye.